Welcome to the session on bearings. In this video, we will explore everything you need to know about bearings. In this video, we are going to learn and understand 1. Terminology of bearings and its importance. 2. Types of bearing and its application. 3. Selection of right type for its application. 4. Correct method of fitting a bearing. And 5. How to analyze the reasons for bearing failure. A bearing is a machine element that constrains relative motion to only the desired motion and reduces friction between moving parts. Function of a bearing includes 1. Reducing friction. Bearings reduce friction between moving parts, improving efficiency and reducing wear. 2. Supporting loads. They support both radial, perpendicular to the shaft, and axial, parallel to the shaft, loads. 3. Facilitating motion. Bearings facilitate rotation or linear movement, ensuring smooth operation of machinery. 4. Aligning components. They help in maintaining the correct alignment of parts, which is crucial for the optimal functioning of machinery. Bearings are classified under two main categories. 1. Plain or slider bearing, in which the rotating shaft has a sliding contact with the bearing which is held stationary. Due to large contact area, friction between mating parts is high, requiring greater lubrication. 2. Rolling or anti-friction bearing. Due to less contact area, rolling friction is much lesser than the sliding friction, hence these bearings are also known as anti-friction bearing. Rolling bearings are precision-engineered components. The main parts of a rolling bearing includes 1. Outer ring. The outer ring acts as the stationary part that supports the load and provides a stable track for the rolling elements. 2. Inner ring. The inner ring rotates with the shaft, transmitting the load to the rolling elements. 3. Rolling elements. They carry the load and enable smooth motion by rolling between the inner and outer rings. Example: A. Ball. B. Roller, plain cylindrical. Tapered roller. Spherical barrel. Hourglass. C. Needle. 4. Cage, retainer. The cage ensures uniform spacing and reduces wear between the rolling elements. 5. Inner and outer raceways. Raceways provide precise paths for the rolling elements to roll on, ensuring smooth and efficient motion. The bearing number nomenclature system is a standardized way to identify the type, load capacity, and size of a bearing. Let's break down the components of the bearing number 6304. The first digit of the bearing number indicates the type of bearing. Here are the codes and their corresponding bearing types. 0. Angular contact ball bearing, double row. 1. Self-aligning ball bearing. 2. Spherical roller bearing. 3. Tapered roller bearing. 4. Deep groove ball bearing, double row. 5. Thrust ball bearing. 6. Deep groove ball bearing, single row. 7. Angular contact ball bearing, single row. 8. Cylindrical roller thrust bearing. N. Cylindrical roller bearing. The second digit specifies the bearing's load carrying capacity or the outer dimension of the bearing. The codes are 0. Extra light load. 1. Light load. 2. Medium load. 3. Heavy load. 4. Very heavy load. The last two digits of the bearing number indicate the inner diameter, bore size, of the bearing in millimeters. For numbers ranging from 00 to 96, the bore size can be calculated by multiplying these two digits by 5. For bearing number 6304, 04 is multiplied by 5 is equal to 20 millimeters. So, A bearing with the number 6304 is a single-row deep groove ball bearing designed for heavy loads with an inner diameter of 20 mm. Angular contact ball bearings have raceways in the inner and outer rings that are displaced relative to each other in the direction of the bearing axis. This design allows them to accommodate combined loads, simultaneously acting radial and axial loads. Double row bearings have 2 rows of balls, providing a higher load carrying capacity. Applications: machine tool spindles, high-speed precision machinery, pumps and compressors. Self-aligning ball bearing. These bearings have 2 rows of balls and a common concave spherical raceway in the outer ring. This design allows the bearing to accommodate angular misalignment of the shaft relative to the housing. Applications: agricultural machinery, textile machinery, conveyors. Spherical roller bearings have barrel-shaped rollers and are self-aligning. They can accommodate heavy radial loads and moderate axial loads in both directions. Applications: heavy machinery, mining, construction, pulp and paper processing equipment, marine propulsion systems. Tapered roller bearings have conical rollers and raceways, allowing them to support combined radial and axial loads. The load carry capacity depends on the angle of the outer raceway. Applications: automotive wheel hubs, gearboxes, industrial machinery. Deep groove ball bearing double row. These bearings have deep raceway grooves and are available in double row designs. They can handle radial and axial loads in both directions. Applications: electric motors, home appliances, industrial equipment. Thrust ball bearings are designed to handle axial loads at high speeds but cannot support radial loads. They consist of a shaft washer, housing washer, and ball and cage assembly. Applications: automotive clutches, low-speed machinery, turntables. Single-row deep groove ball bearings are the most common type, with simple design and high-speed capabilities. They can handle both radial and axial loads. Applications: electric motors, household appliances, gearboxes. Angular contact ball bearing single row. Similar to the double row version but with a single row of balls. They can handle higher axial loads in one direction due to the increased contact angle. Applications: high-speed pumps, machine tool spindles, automotive applications, example, transmission. Cylindrical roller thrust bearings are designed to handle high axial loads. They consist of cylindrical rollers and raceways, which provide high load carrying capacity. Applications: heavy machinery, industrial gearboxes, marine propulsion systems. Cylindrical roller bearings have rollers that are cylindrical in shape, allowing them to support heavy radial loads. They provide low friction and can handle high speeds. Applications: machine tools, electric motors, steel mills. Bearing material: high carbon, high chromium steel. This type of steel is known for its strength and wear resistance. Carbon 0.98 to 1.1%. High carbon content increases hardness and strength. Chromium 1.3 to 1.6%. Chromium enhances corrosion resistance and toughness. Additional elements includes silicon, manganese, phosphorus, sulfur and molybdenum. These elements improve various mechanical properties such as hardness, wear resistance and toughness. Hardness. Inner and outer ring hardness 58 to 62 HRC. This range indicates a high level of hardness, essential for bearing durability and performance. Ball hardness 62 to 64 HRC. Even higher hardness compared to the rings, ensuring the bearing balls can withstand significant stress and friction. Oil film thickness 0.8 to 1.0 micron. The oil film thickness is crucial for reducing friction and wear between the bearing surfaces. Failure of bearings can occur for a variety of reasons. Major factors that singly or in combination may lead to failure are: 1. Improper mounting. 2. Improper handling. 3. Improper and inadequate lubricant. 4. Contamination. 5. Excessive load or preloading. 6. Excessive heat. 7. Improper alignment and vibration. And 8. Entry of harmful liquids. It may be difficult to determine the root cause of some of the failure due to combination effects. Causes of bearing failure. 1. Improper lubrication, 43%. This is the leading cause of bearing failures. Key aspects include: quantity, how much lubricant is used; frequency, how often lubrication is applied; type and properties, the specific type and properties of the lubricant used, such as its thickness and other important attributes. 2. Improper mounting, 27%. This involves issues related to alignment, ensuring that the bearing is properly aligned during installation; work area practices, general practices in the work area that may affect mounting; inventory control and storage, proper handling and storage of bearings to prevent damage or contamination. 3. Other lubrication causes, 21%. Other lubrication-related issues not directly tied to improper lubrication practices. Separation in storage, bearings can get separated from their lubricants during storage. Temperature limits exceeded, operating the bearings beyond their temperature limits. Moisture contamination, water or other moisture getting into the bearing. Other contaminations, other forms of contamination affecting the bearing's performance. 4. Fatigue, 9%. Refers to the material fatigue of the bearing, reaching its ultimate life expectancy, often referred to as the L10 life, which is the time by which 90% of the bearings are expected to still be operational. 64% of bearing failures are lubrication-related. While lubrication issues are a significant cause, it's emphasized that this is not the complete story. Corrosion. In many industries, corrosion is a major cause of bearing failure. Bearings often fail due to various forms of corrosion, which might be due to environmental factors, chemical exposure, or improper maintenance practices. Thank you for listening.